Mike Tirico, along with my partner Greg Olson, it's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback. You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Off the play fake, here's May. Pass caught right side by Henry. And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Throwing on third down is May. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by their quarterback, the veteran out of Auburn. It is Jarrett Stidham.
I think when you break down this game, Mike, I think it's really quite simple. I think it really comes down to the age-old, hey, be balanced on offense. Can their passing attack and rushing attack complement each other? Because what that does is it makes the defense defend the entire field. And then the number one goal of every team, every week in the NFL, no self-inflicted negatives. That's tackles for loss, sacks, and then, of course, the most important one, don't turn the ball over.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Broncos. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4. They take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. He knocks it through. Broncos will take a 7-0 lead.
Broncos 7, Patriots 0.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get going with their second possession. They had that pick on the opening drive. It led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back. 1st and 10. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Moss on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Henderson. And he's going to get upended right at the line of scrimmage. And he's picked up and thrown down.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
Working out of the gun, it's May. Open man is Douglas. It's complete. They gain 18 yards on that one. 1st down, New England.
Patriots, 1st down. 1st and 10.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They run straight ahead with Henderson. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
He'll find the rookie 3rd-round pick, Kyle Williams. And he's in! Touchdown, Patriots.
Touchdown.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Pats will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Broncos offense about ready to get going on their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. with Harvey. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Robert Spillane spills him there.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 7. Ran a shotgun. It's Stidham. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Jack Gibbons in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Stidham to throw. Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll go play action with May. He's got his man, Keyshawn Boutte. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
9 brings up 2nd and a yard at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 1. A give to Henderson, running right, trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
On 3rd and 2, it's May. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Broncos offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
And the Broncos 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and a yard. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game, and that's a nice pickup there.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Stidham. He connects with Mims. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
At the 14-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
On first down, it's Harvey. And he's in! R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Broncos.
Touchdown, Broncos.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Lutz for the extra point.
After.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So now, after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with first and 10. The gun, here's May. He's found his receiver, Butte.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 41, here's second down and 4. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
On second down, here's Henderson. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
From the gun, on third down, it's May. Back to the outside, he's got Diggs. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
17 yards. That's good for a Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Up the middle, it's Henderson. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
So, from the 22, here's second and 2. Once more, it's Henderson. Into space. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal.
So close to taking that one in. Good job defensively. They're able to force him out of bounds just shy of the pylon, but you can bet when he gets up, he's going to look over at his sideline, Mike, and be like, no, coach, keep me on the field. I want to finish this thing off.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
Henderson is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England.
Touchdown, New England.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
The extra point now for Borregales. He's got it. And the Patriots will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece to score as this one's away. On the return, here's Mims. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. Play fake now. Stidham. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Throwing on second down. Stidham. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And they'll get about about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
That's a gain of 8.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
On 3rd and 2, it's Stidham. He's got his tight end, it's Ingram. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Milton Williams in there for the sack, worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
34-yard line.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, here's Stidham. Got it into the hands of Mims. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball is put right on the money for a big pickup.
Troy Franklin, the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
The thing is, the offense comes to the sideline now. The quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On the return is Jones. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Patriots offense headed back to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Throwing is May. Digged on the reception. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
So, from the 26-yard line, here is 2nd and 4. To throw now, May. He'll go right back to Diggs. He's got it again. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
And the Patriots, 1st down.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. Knotted at 14 on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Time for the 2nd quarter. Patriots with the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. A run, and this is Henderson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
We'll try the right side with Henderson. And this is a slight improvement over the previous play. He's not going to lose yardage, but he's not gaining any either. It's 3rd down.
A loss of 1.
Well, they've got him going
Brings up
backwards
third
now,
down
Mike,
and
and
11.
this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last 2 plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Diggs.
Complete to Stephon
And it
Diggs.
seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Here's Bryce Behringer now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line.
First and 10.
Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. They'll go play action here with Stidham. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Intended for
Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and that will lead to a second down.
Teams practice this every single day. It's just scramble drill, and there's just basic rules once the quarterback breaks contain. If you're deep, work back to the quarterback. If you're short, go deep. And just make sure everybody works their way in phase in the same direction as the quarterback.
And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Marcus Jones is there to make the stop.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 6.
Third and 6. Throwing is Stidham. He'll take a shot with Mims. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
Fourth down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Patriots offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a first and 10. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
That's good.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Off the play fake, here's May. He'll spot Henry open downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's another quick first down, and that's a 25-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
To throw on first down is May. Oh, the short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. And it'll bring up second down. To throw is May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. That's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
Has completed to Douglas. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, New England.
Touchdown, New England.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Borregales now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Pats have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. On the return, here's Mims. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14, and they'll begin 1st and 10. Now, this looks like a design run, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And they will finally run him down. A big-time play for the Broncos. 31 yards.
In this coverage breakdown, Mike, it's just completely unacceptable. You come out in dime defense. What that means is you have 6 defensive backs and only 1 linebacker most often. So for the offense to find an open receiver with that much space to operate, you just have to imagine there was some sort of breakdown in communication and execution, because he had a lot of room to operate, and that defensive coordinator is not happy.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and a yard. Again, it's Harvey. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. 1st down.
It's a gain of 2. And the Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Draw play here for Harvey. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 9. Around a shotgun. It's Stidham. That's caught on the right side by Sutton.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
On third down, it's Stidham, and that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and
for the Broncos,
for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
44-yard attempt.
Lutz's kick
The kick
is good. And the Broncos will cut the lead down to 4.
Broncos.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the zone read, a give to Henderson. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. That's Zach Allen there on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 26-yard line.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. They'll run. It's Henderson. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Patrick Surtain takes the tackle.
At the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's May. That one taken in by Douglas. And he's going to get this close to a first down, but he's out of bounds a yard short, and that's going to make it 4th down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own
the Broncos offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Here's a designed run. He'll step up and run.
Stidham on the keeper. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Second and 5. Toss, right side, that's Harvey. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Stidham. He's got his man. He finds Sutton. That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the first down.
Broncos, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He'll manage only a couple. Jack Gibbons is there to bring him down.
Jack Gibbons on the stop. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. A play fake. They'll throw with Stidham. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down
and 7.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 3rd down, it's Stidham out of the gun. He'll take a shot with Mims. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
Their own 20-yard line.
So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Now May has caught right side by Henry. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
And the Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On 1st and 10, here's May. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Throwing on 2nd down, May. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. Strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 2. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
Patriots first down. A gain of 14. First down, New England.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
More yards.
That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down.
18-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I return to Denver after this. Henderson now on 1st and 10. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal.
18 more yards.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball.
New England.
Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Douglas in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he barrels his way into the end zone. TreVeyon Henderson. Touchdown, Patriots. His second touchdown of this first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
The extra point now for Borregales. He's got it. And the Patriots add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Broncos 17.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Throwing on first down, it's Stidham. This one complete to Sutton. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start. Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, here's Stidham. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 15 yards through the air. Good for a Denver first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
Motion.
Stidham to the air once more. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's 2nd and 2. To throw again, it's Stidham. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
3rd down and 2.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up, and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos are able to get it back within a score.
Really impressive way to close out this first half. I mean, you think about it, Mike, they come away with points. They leave virtually no time remaining for their opponent to possess the ball. And on top of that, they get the ball first coming out of the break, so they'll get a chance here to double up points if they can have a good opening possession of the second half.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here's Mims. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. The bootleg, it's Stidham. That's swung out to Harvey. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the gun, that is a run with Harvey. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and short, here's Stidham. Open man, right side, he's got it. They get 12 yards on that pass. 1st down, Broncos.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
RPO, quick throw, there's Sutton. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Patriots' 46-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
3rd down, they need 5. On the ground, this is Harvey. And this defense holding their ground. they'll stop him for no gain. Fourth down, straight ahead.
No gain on the play.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. Trying for the old school coffin corner. It's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. The Patriots offense ready for their first possession of this second half. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And they'll get him down up around the 15-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And despite a nice juke, we're going to get a yard to show for it. Second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On second down, it's May. They'll locate his big target, Henry, over the middle. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
And the Patriots.
Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
On the ground, here is Henderson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 3. Out of the gun, here's May. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He's got his man. It's Diggs. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
From the 29, here's second down and 4. Throwing is May. There's a short one to Hooper. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
They run straight ahead with Henderson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
Taken down at the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. It's the tight end Henry in motion. May to throw on 2nd down. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Demario Douglas, the intended target. And now it's going to be 3rd down. Here's May. That is caught. And he's in. Keyshawn Bucci. Touchdown, New England.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there. Ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Borregales now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Pats will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Broncos 20.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense.
At their own 27-yard line.
Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. 1 play, 1 first down.
Broncos.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Anthony Jennings on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Around a shotgun. It's Stidham. That's caught left side by Ingram. Look at the big man go. And he will go all the way. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Denver.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field. And after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Broncos are back within 1 score. It is an 8-point game.
Broncos 27.
After the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
25-yard line.
The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Henderson. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
At the 34-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake, it's May. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
13 yards on the play.
13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Patriots first down.
A gain of 13
I love this call, Mike. Defense is thinking run here. It's 2nd and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy 1st down. Really well done.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 1. Working out of the gun, it's May. He's found his receiver, Butte. And he gets run out of bounds. A short pickup, but it's good enough for a 1st down.
That's good.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Up the middle, it's Henderson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, New England.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
He's taken down just shy of the 10. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
1st down.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
On the handoff, Henderson. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
To throw now, May. He'll try to set up the screen to Stevenson. And he will get into the end zone. Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, Patriots. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
The extra point now for Borregales. The kick is good. And the Patriots are going to extend their lead.
Patriots 42, Broncos 27.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense ready to take over possession of the football. On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Operating from the gun, it's Stidham. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike, but unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Working out of the gun, here's Stidham. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
On 3rd down, it's Stidham out of the gun. Throw to the sideline, well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds, it looks like, and yes, they do have the 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw again. Here's Stidham. That's caught once again by Ingram. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
When you're running a crossing route versus man coverage, you understand that there's going to be nobody waiting for you on the far side of the field. So if you can create separation on your man defender and separate away, there's a lot of green grass, and that's where the quarterback went with the ball.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Stidham to throw. That's caught right side. It's Franklin. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Third and short. Here's Stidham. He's got his man. He finds Sutton. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Try it again here from the 7-yard line, 2nd down and goal. Throwing is Stidham. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
They'll try and throw. Here's Stidham. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Broncos. So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for 1 and make it a 1-possession game. Or some people think about going for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for 2, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
And now it's a 9-point game, so they'll go for just 1 here. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game.
34.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Maydown on 1st and 10. He'll get this off to Stevenson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 34-yard line.
From out of the gun, here's May. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And the they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
31 yards.
It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 31 yards.
31 yards. First down, New England.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. On play action, here's May. There's that man again, another catch. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
The 8-yard line.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. And they'll run it here with Stevenson. A short game, down to the 7.
Stevenson, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Stevenson. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Hunter Henry, touchdown New England. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Borregales now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Pats will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Broncos 34.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. On the return, here's Mims. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense and Jarrett Stidham headed back onto the field. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Ran a shotgun. It's Stidham. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively.
Incomplete.
It's second down.
The coverage by
Well, they pretty much need a
Davis.
touchdown on this possession, and I think if I'm the defensive coordinator, the fine line you have to find, Mike, is I know I don't want to give up a deep shot, but I also don't want to just play prevent defense and give up too much underneath. So just continue to find that balance, make them go the long way, and just bleed this clock.
He finds his tight end, Ingram. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
A gain of only a yard.
This is a really popular concept on 3rd down. It's good versus man, it's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. But give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps them short from picking up the first down.
Whoa. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. To throw on 1st down is May. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. That one good for 26 yards.
26 yards. And the Patriots first down. A gain of 26 yards. And the Patriot first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. We'll go right back to Stevenson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll motion the slot man right. 3rd and short. And here is May. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead, but instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs, and as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
This a must-stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. Working out of the gun. It's May. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Patriots will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down, it's Stidham. That's caught left side by Ingram. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick 1st down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help them at all.
Here's Stidham. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
To R.J. Harvey. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Stidham to the air once more. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35.
And the Broncos
they get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
33-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down. On the bootleg, it's Stidham. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, here's Stidham. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
An 8-yard loss.
Harold Landry getting in for the sack. And that's going to lead to 3rd and very long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Stidham. And the defense unrelenting, a 3rd consecutive sack. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Stidham. He'll take a shot with Mims. And he's going to have the Broncos first down. They convert in style there. Big play on 4th and long.
Broncos.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Stidham. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jarrett Stidham. Touchdown, Denver. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Lutz for the extra point.
After.
The kick is good. The Broncos are able to edge a bit closer.
52. Broncos 41.
Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The Patriots offense and Stefon Diggs heading back out on the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. On 1st and 10, here's May. That's Hooper open right side. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 16
16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Patriots first down.
1st and 10.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's May. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. So on fourth down, on comes the rookie, Andres Borregales, for the Patriots field goal.
A 38-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Pats add on to their lead.
41.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Garrett Stidham and the offense down by 2 touchdowns. Deuces wide, 2:22 on the clock. They have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to work with, but they've got to score twice, so they need to go quick. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Throwing is Stidham. There's a short one taken by Ingram. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Kayvon Chason. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long.
And this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever, you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Patriots offense and Stephon Diggs heading back out on the field. And a few kneel downs should come close to closing this one out, depending on whether or not the defense wants to use those 2 timeouts they have left. But it really would just prolong what seems to be inevitable. On the handoff, it's Stevenson. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go again here with Stevenson. The Broncos going to signal for their third and final timeout. Talk things over before third down.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
May going to hold on to this one. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Patriots first down.
It's pretty clear why this offense likes to get the ball into the hands of this quarterback, huh, Mike? I mean, he is just so effective in this area, and now he has them set up first and goal.
Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a road win here for the Patriots. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Denver, good night, everybody.